Okay guys, here we are, episode 21, and we are in August, starting the big potato harvest that I've been looking forward to. These two fields in front of us, the objective for today is get them harvested, limed, subsoiled and cultivated, and sow canola in them. So that's a lot to do. Probably going to end up splitting up over 2 episodes. We'll just have to see how we go. But that's the plan. That is my August plan. In September, we will do the last potato field. We'll do parsnips, and that'll probably be September. But yeah, look, one row, 66%. Very, very happy. Do you know what? I wanted to do one field at a time, so that's what I'm going to do, because it's easier to go and do 2 fields at once, and I think maybe next time I'm going to plough these fields together after we've done the canola next year, so that way we can do it all in one big go. But for now, in order for me to do this in the most efficient way, I think I need to get this field done from a harvest perspective. Then as it's nearly finished, we can get the subsoiler on, lime it if it needs liming, fertilize it, while we harvest the other field. So this field at least will be more or less finished. And then as the subsoiler gets done, we can go and get that starting on the second field as we get that whoa. Busy talking and I'm not looking at filling up the trailer. That's not cool. So, for sure, harvesting one field and then doing the second one is the plan. I'm going to take this first trailer of potatoes down to the potato processing plant so I can start straight away. In fact, I'll probably do all of this first field to the processing plant, see how full we get, and then we'll go from there on deciding how many potatoes that has as a capacity, so how much the second field can go to the processing plant and how much has to go to souping. You'll see my money is higher than it was when I finished the episode yesterday. I decided before I rolled over to go down to the soup factory and just sell a whole load of soup. I just took whatever was there waiting and sold it at Erlingrad. We will buy a subsoiler, the one that has come with the premium expansion. It's not the biggest, but I think it's 250 horsepower, so the class tractors can handle it. And then again, it's using something that's come new with the game, so that makes me happy. So we'll do that. Then I'll look at liming solution. In fact, if I put this on a helper now, we can probably quickly look to see, does this field need liming? No, just 87. just needs ploughing. So what we can do in a little while is go and, in fact what I'll do in a bit is I'll go and buy the subsoiler, put it on the class. Once we've moved over enough, then it'll be ready for us to start subsoiling. Okay, right, I'll come back to you guys in a bit. Right guys, here we are, towards the end of this first field. I am just topping up my third trailer of potatoes, and hopefully you can see on the right where we've subsoiled with the new subsoiler. We'll see in a minute when he catches up with us. The soiler, it's only a 3 metre wide, but has got a really nice animation in it actually, where the rakes come up and down on springs, and then it's got the little wheels on the back. I can't remember what they're called, but right, 90%. There he is. Look. So yeah, he's doing a great job on there. Looks really nice. Let me just get out of his way. And then he will hopefully... Well, he was not going to catch up, is he? Because we're going to have 2 more runs, because you can only do 4 rows of potatoes with this harvester at once. There's 2 more runs on there. And then he'll have this finished in no time at all after we've moved on to this next field on the left. And because I've subsoiled it, I've kind of ploughed it and cultivated it in one go, so I can immediately get the Fiat out and put some fertilizer on it. Then I can use the little blue and red seeder that came with the farm. Again, it's only a 3 metre seeder, but it's what I've got. So the little Fiat can be seeding on there while we're focusing on the other big field from the harvest and the subsoiling. So it's actually looks like it's going to go to plan. What has surprised me, however, is the capacity for potatoes in the potato processing plant. It's got a big capacity, and I've just done some maths. It's going to get through a lot of potatoes. So I don't know how many crisps I'm going to get out of that, but yeah, I thought I'd have too many potatoes, like I had too many carrots, but I don't think I've got enough potatoes to keep this going all year long. So yeah, next year I think I'm going to have to do a lot more potatoes than I've done this time. Let's see, I've got 72,000, so that will now go up to just over 100, and that's only going to be what, a third full at best. So and with 100 potatoes times 480, that's 48,000 in a month. So you're looking at about 480,000 plus, so that's what, I think it's 560,000 or thereabouts, 556 maybe. That's a lot of potatoes to get through in 1 year. So yeah, I won't be topping up the soup factory to do potato soup, I don't think. However, that's fine. That is fine. In the short term, it means I'm processing potatoes in 2 plants, and actually once I get the sunflower in there, then it will process twice as many potatoes, because it will be doing them on the sunflower oil and the canola oil. So yeah, I think next year I have got to do an awful lot of potatoes in order to make sure I can keep the processing plant going for a whole year without stopping, as well as the soup factory, of course. So yeah, I think that's going to be the case. We'll soon find out, but I'm sure that's the case. We'll work it out over winter as the potatoes run down in the factory. Right, I need to catch up with that harvester, because I'm pretty sure he is going to get to 85% pretty quickly, 80% quickly, and that flasher will come on, beacon. Right, well, it looks like it's nearly there. So that's where we're up to now. I'm now going to move over to the other field, and I will bring you back once we have fertilised this one and we start sowing, and then we'll have all 4 of our vehicles going at once. I think we'll have the harvester, the class with the subsoiler, the class with the trailer, and then we'll have the Fiat will be sowing. And it always looks good when you've got lots of vehicles going at once. It's nothing quite like a busy farm. Right, so let's drop the header, turn it on, and get him going. There's my subsoiler. Right, because of the way it tips out on one side, I need to be there to collect at the end of this row. Then when it's done, I'll go and get the Fiat. So I'll see you guys in a little while. Hey guys, we've almost finished harvesting this field. You can see the subsoiler slowly catching up with the harvester. So that is going to get done pretty much straight after we've finished harvesting, and then we'll be good to come on here to lime, fertilise, and sow the canola. In terms of sowing the canola, on the other field, let me catch up with the harvester, you can see where we've limed after we fertilised. It did need liming, I just didn't cancel out the ploughing status on the map, and you can see that we've almost harvested, almost sowed the whole field there as well. So yeah, there's a lot been going on. Oh there has been a lot going on, and you can see it's getting a bit hectic. But it's helping us get everything done on a timely basis. So by the time the harvester gets up the other, in fact, I probably could have gone side by side with it. I'll do that in a minute. Here you can see the Fiat is nearly finished. On here, right, let me go around the other side of this field. I should have thought of this. And I'll be ready to catch the potatoes as the harvester finishes then. Right, let's back up into there, and then we can turn around. Right. So yeah, busy field, or busy farm. all the vehicles are on the go at the once, and pretty much almost all of them in the same shot if the harvester hurries up. So yeah, quite cool. I've put all of the potatoes into the, it's gone too far, processing plant. You can see we're probably just under half full with 200,000. So, you know, it looks like it would take half a million litres, and we haven't got that many. So we'll just get as many chips as we can out of it this time round. Getting a bit close there, aren't I? Here we are. Right. So what we want to do is we want to get this harvester out of the way. Fold it up. We want to go and get him over on the, put him on the other field across the road. That way he's out of the way of what we want to do here, because it's important we get the canola sown as quickly as possible. And yeah, it looks like we're going to get all the potatoes harvested today. So that's actually good news. And then tomorrow we'll just do parsnips. Potentially I'll look at buying another field. So that we've got enough land to sow the amount of potatoes that we need. Given that we need a lot of sunflower oil and canola oil, okay. I wonder, this looks like a nice field to do a contract on, doesn't it? I wonder if that has a contract, or if it's worth us buying it. I don't really need the sorghum, but at least I get something out of it once I've paid for it. Right, let's put the harvester there. Would you believe this one was in the way? Okay, right. Let's go put the potatoes in the processing plant. By the time that's done, the subsoiling's done, and it looks like the other field will have finished being sown in. So I'll come back to you in a little while. Okay guys, here we are. We are liming field 87. In the new class. I have also just bought a new workbox and adjustable weight for the front of the class. It's in the mod hub. I thought I'd try it out because this Kubota fertilizer has an extra large capacity, which means it is very, very heavy. So with this, the grey bit is just a standard workbox with 1,500 kilos, but you can also add extra weights on the bottom that are either 500, 750 or 1,000 kilos. So yeah, I thought I would try this out. It looked quite cool, something different. So I've put that on the front of this class. And then when I'm not using this fertilizer tank that is particularly heavy, I can swap out the weight on the bottom, and I can either drop that extra ton and not bother and just use the 1.5 tons that is part of the standard workbox, or I can add another small weight, which I also have. I've got an extra 500 kilo weight, so I've got some flexibility with one weight option. Right, so we need to empty this lime out and then put fertilizer in. So here's the other 500 kilo weight I was talking about. Now what we want to do is unload, and now we want to go and put all this fertilizer in that was in here earlier. Yeah, I think that's quite cool. You can adjust it for any of your tractor brands. So John Deere, I think it does Case, New Holland, Fendt, all of those. It's got the standard base game colours, so you should be good for most of those. Right, I can put a little bit more fertiliser in here. So we shall do that. Oh, I don't even need it, if I'm honest. Okay, right, we will go and spray the field with dry fertiliser before we put it in, before we sow the canola. Then it's 12:30 and we can see what other contracts there are to do, if there is any, or if there's a field that has a crop in it I want to buy, or we'll start on the new the last field of potatoes. So we've got some options for the end of this video, but I am going to, you can see where I ran before. So let's line up with that, and let's go slightly to the left. Let's fertilise. Do you know, I actually quite like fertilising after we've limed, because the liming just looks like dirty. Do you know what I mean? It's like it shouldn't be there. It's not what you would normally expect to see in a field, but then when you fertilise, the game just gives you a nice clean slate, and you've got like the perfect field ready to be sown. It's a bit odd, but hey. Anyway, I'll come back to you guys when we're sowing the canola. Hi guys, welcome back. We are rolling field 87. I've just finished rolling the other field, and you can see the Fiat has just finished off seeding this field with canola. So we won't quite catch up with him, but we will not be far behind. So that's the main goal for this episode achieved, frankly. I've done it quite well. It's 3:14 in game time. Let's just be careful turning around. Okay. There we are. You can see the Fiat, I think, is just finishing. Yeah, it is finished. So I'm going to carry on rolling this field. But I think that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.